Steve, did you see this? T-Rex went down the stairs by himself. First time he's done that in a long time since his injury. Nice job, Rex, with those slippery stairs. Good boy. Yeah, Steve out the gate. All right, just past high tide here, 64 degrees, 8:30 on Saturday, September 28th, the last weekend of September. And it feels very September outside right now. I'm noticing the grass, that grass that grows so well in the heat, what's it called? Hedge grass, does not like the chilly weather. There's some dew in the grass this morning. We had radiational cooling last night. There's a tanker coming in. Here's what it looked like when the sun came up and sounded like. There's no such thing as quiet here. Crickets, planes and boats. I think the crickets over the planes and boats. But it certainly makes up for it in the beauty, doesn't it? This cloud is the northern edge of the remnant of now post-tropical cyclone Helene. And the cloud extends from the Atlantic Ocean through the Great Lakes all the way back to the backside of that horrible storm, which is really not done yet. It's just changing gears. Other incredible sunrise imagery coming from just about everyone this morning, but I guess we have to go to Darius Aniunas at the Cape Cod National Seashore for the win again. You just have a way about the video and also the commentary, Darius. Surf session. Were you out there surfing this morning at sunrise? It was a gorgeous morning. There goes a plane off into the cloud. Yep, the planes are taking off towards the east again. And what that means is that the air is coming from the east. So we had one day in a row with offshore flow. And we made the most of it at Nantasket Beach. Good crowd, great time, more. And more, we'll talk surf yesterday. We were surfing yesterday. Today's not a bad day either, but it's a little bit more onshore and a high tide right now. But there was some imagery from Hampton Beach. A lot of people out there. It's about a 3-4 foot swell, 10-second period, kind of left over from high pressure to the north all last week. And we still have high pressure. In northern New England, it's calm right now, or it was calm this morning when I started editing. But as you can see, by the flag here, the wind is picking up from the east again, and until further notice, we are going to have a flow coming in off the ocean. Here's the map this morning. Temperatures in the 40s north, 50s to near 60s south, but you can see that wind from the northeast over most of the south coast all the way back into the north side of the remnant of Helene. Helene now 992 millibars. It is post-tropical. It is now a cold core system, and the transition from the warm core, pure hurricane, into the cold core wrung out incredible amounts of rain. Yesterday in North Carolina, probably the worst disaster in more than a century since any of us have been alive. Just heartbreaking imagery coming all over the place. And I guess this image from Chimney Mountain, North Carolina. A little town, little village along the Broad River, just devastated. The one image shows just a bunch of buildings all taken out. Here's the aerial view from the Google Maps pre-Helene. You can see that vast area of rock there. That's called the Broad River, and that just filled with water, with 1.5 feet of rain in just several hours, and that water just overwhelmed the town. And I'm not sure who supplied this footage,
Chimney Rock's gone.
but this is the
Flying
look
Bridge
at
gone.
Chimney
And
Mountain,
fucking road's
I think that's the
gone.
name of it, North Carolina,
so I don't know what they're going to do to get us out of here, but
and so many other places.
we'll
Boone,
have to figure it out.
Asheville, people are still stranded, so we still don't know the actual survival of some families. We don't know. There were families still trapped yesterday and last night, and this is a pretty rural area, so the cleanup and recovery and search and rescue is going to go on for some time, and the rebuild probably take decades, I would guess. Did I show the rainfall amounts? there's the 2-day rainfall amounts from Coco Raz, and you see right there near between Boone and Asheville, 12 to 18 inches of rain. I know we saw that in parts of Vermont with the devastating floods in Vermont several times over the last decade. And these mountains, though, the Blue Ridge Mountains, Pisgah National Forest, Mount Mitchell is more than 6,600 feet tall. So those mountains are taller than the mountains of New England. And that's one of the reasons that that much rain caused that much damage. Water flowing downhill is the worst. So you add up the damage from Florida, up through Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Kentucky, Tennessee. Helene may end up being one of the most costly storms ever, really, on our side of the world. All right, time out to admire the STI Galata, Galata. So these tankers that come in, they're more than 500 feet long, and they go between these buoys. There's the marker. You go to the right of the green buoy, to the left of the red buoy when you're coming in. Red, right, return to port. And they're guided by justice, independence. The difference in size here, this never gets old. And if you took this tanker and put the stern on the ground over Boston, it would be as tall as those high-rises in Boston. And there's the plane coming in from the east, boat taking off toward the west, out the door weather and more every single day, regardless of what the weather is doing. And what is the weather going to do? Well, the edge of this cloud is not really going to move very much, so it's going to be spinning around over our head for the next several days, and there's actually some rain. Here's the radar. The wide picture shows this. The flood warning still in effect in North Carolina, even though the rain has abated in North Carolina, but it's still raining in parts of the Ohio Valley around this low, which is now cold core low, and it's going to spin around for days. The system that's actually going to pick it up and move it is way out over the Pacific Ocean. Before I get there, though, I want to show you what happened yesterday at upper levels of the atmosphere. This is called the 500 millibar anomaly, and blue is a cold anomaly. So the upper level low there over the lower Mississippi Valley picked up the storm, and they became one. And as that was happening, the tropical air ran into the abnormally cold air and wrung out all that moisture, not to mention the upslope flow from the southeast. So what's the remnant going to do? Here's the surface map this morning. This 1019 high pressure system over southeastern Canada, and the center of Helene is still 992, and there are two fronts there off to the northwest of Helene coming across southern Canada, but neither one of those fronts or its upper level flow is going to pick up Helene. The system that's going to pick up Helene, I'm going to show a wide shot of the Pacific Ocean now, a couple of tropical cyclones threatening Japan, and you see Anchorage, Alaska, and then you go south to the words where it says North Pacific Ocean. That cloud in there, that is the weather system. It's a 1016 low out there, about 700 miles west of Oregon, that eventually is going to go into Canada and pick up Helene and lodge it into the Atlantic Ocean sometime Tuesday or Wednesday. And the interaction has been going back and forth on how that's going to play out here in New England. Most of the guidance had it with the front staying separate from the low, and we just get a little bit of rain here around Tuesday, Wednesday. And then yesterday it joined the two, and now it's disjoined again. And so I think that the jury is out. Whenever you have these weather systems in the Pacific Ocean that play a role in our New England forecast, we have to wait for them to come ashore on the west coast of North America before you really get a grip on how it's going to play out. So I think what I want to do is show the really wide shot. Actually, let's just look at this Independence guiding in the tanker here for a second. This is live. One take, Tim. Steve, how do you like it? Where's T-Rex? T-Rex is all wrapped up around over there somewhere. It'll be fine. All right, so I'm going to show a really wide shot. This is called the Continental View at Pivotal Weather, and you have to look to the East Coast. There's our 992 Helene over the Midwest, and then if you look over the Pacific Ocean at 15 low, coming ashore and then kind of jumping across Oregon and Washington. I'm going to try and go slow here so you can watch it. That low drives into Canada, a much faster flow across Canada, and that low is going to deepen with winter cold on its north side. That low is going to deepen to 962 millibars over Hudson Bay on Tuesday night. So let's stop it right there. There's the 962 low and the front extending down into Ontario and just arriving in western New York. And there is the 1,006 millibar remnant of Helene going off of New Jersey. And it looks like they want to stay separate in today's guidance. And I'd give it about a 50-50 shot on this being accurate. I'd like to wait until that front comes in off the Pacific to see this, how it plays out. And then if we put it back into motion, you can see both of those, the front and Helene, goes out into the ocean. And let's just show now the closer perspective on how I normally play this, which is the shot of southern Canada and the northern United States. And we'll go play by play, day by day. The high pressure over us right now is going to tend to fade. There's another front with another high pressure system coming in from southeastern Canada tomorrow and Monday with varying amounts of clouds. And you do see some raindrops in Connecticut. It's not a completely dry weekend, so there are showers in Connecticut. And then here comes Tuesday with the low way to the north of New England and the front coming right across New England and the remnant of Helene missing to the south. So some rain is possible with the front. And as for that complete miss with Helene to the south, I'm not sold on it. It's going to be something to watch. We're going to watch that. And then it's a real fast flow across Canada. There's some cold in Canada, but the fronts are mostly weakening and drying as they come at New England. So it looks like there, if we go all the way out to about day 10 or so, it looks like there could be some record-challenging warmth over the middle of the nation as it turns colder in Canada. It should be very interesting, but in last night's guidance, it's kind of quiet next week with just a couple of fronts racing through here and high pressure generally going to our north, which would keep an onshore flow here. And so it wouldn't be that warm near the beaches, but inland could be warming up again next week, and it would be great to go back to the beach again, wouldn't it? I don't think we're going to have a full sunny day again for a while. And look at these waves up in the sky. This is just fantastic. So that's altocumulus right there on the right, then some blue sky with a little sinking air, and then look at these mare's tails of cirrus clouds way up there. Actually, those look mid-level, don't they? And the plane going over the top of the flag. It's always noisy around here, but we love it. It's beautiful. Love watching the sky waves. Thank you all for your contributions and comments. Barbara Prue, you brought a tear to my eye by me telling you how much respect and admiration we have for your husband, Paul, who is being laid to rest this weekend. I will see you this weekend, and we can talk some more. And I think I've said enough for today. It's going to be on the cool side in the Boston area in the 60s. Surf is going to diminish. Out over the Atlantic, there's Joyce and there's Isaac, but they're not going to play a role in our weather. Late in the 10-day, I guess I should have showed you the end of the 10-day. If we pan south, there is a system in the Gulf of Mexico that's been on the guidance for some time, so there may be the K storm in the Gulf of Mexico in 5 to 10 days, which I'm sure nobody wants to see that just experienced Helene. All right, the Enmore yesterday, much more chipper at the beach, talking with Tim Grant. His mom was there, Carol. Nice to meet you, Carol. It said, Timmy just loves all the water sports. Yes, so does this Timmy. He brought his foil for a board of choice yesterday and made it look easy on the foil. Nice to see you again, too, Michael Boyle and Laura and everybody, and Charisse. Good to see you at the beach. And maybe next week, some of those offshore storms and that wind, we'll have some more surf next week. All right, Enmore from yesterday and a Mitt appearance. Our other Maine Coon besides Steve. Where is Steve? So, Steve and Mitt, 2 Maine Coons, a T-Rex, and a TK. Signing out. Talk to you tomorrow. High noon. I can hear the stereo in that boat that is just so gorgeous today.
three instability cumulus over Boston. Calm. You haven't seen a cat around here, Steve? Usually Steve hangs underneath the bird feeder over there, but not today. It's just too sunny. Huh, Steve? Hang out in the shade. All right, I'm almost ready to escape to the ocean, and I am going to bring a board much like that one. Paddling out into the ocean or anywhere is great exercise for ski season. So pretty soon, before we know it, ski season will be arriving, and it will still be surf season, surf ski weather season. Let's go. Let's get over there. Go to Hull. All right, one more thing before we head over to the ocean. A Mitt sighting. They want more Mitt. Had the comments. Hi, Mitt. You like the sunshine? Oh yeah, it's gorgeous. Yeah, it's still screen door weather, I think. 79 on the dashboard thermometer. Hitting the beach. Pretty sky waves and hopefully some nice ocean waves. Shortboarder. Yeah. Waves in the sky, waves in the water. Looking south toward Hurricane Helene here. Just past 3 o'clock. Water temperature probably about 64, air temperature about 74. Add them up, it's like 130 degrees now. So I think I'm gonna wear minimal wetsuit. And looking north into high pressure from Canada. Waves going in all directions. Going in, going out. Light waves, sky waves, cloud waves, ocean waves. Ride the waves. Who's next? Boogie boarders just came in on bicycles. Nice. Making it look easy. Casual left. Learn to surf before we learn to walk. We start somewhere. Yep, first wave. Veterans. Water's in the 60s, air's in the 70s. Quite comfortable in this outfit. Standing in the water for a few minutes, no problem. Happy to be back to the beach again. Give me that ball. You give me that ball. It's gonna be head high on some people. Alert, alert. Robbery in progress. Not my bag. Keep going. Party crowd, here every day. Making it happen. Woohoo! We surf more, we play more, we go out the door more. Nice to have sunshine for a change, ain't it? Little sun dog appearing. Tim's gonna make an attempt to do some foiling for us.
Crazy.
So what are you riding there?
I got an Armstrong foil and a Techno 4.2.
How many toys do you have in the car, in the van?
You don't want to see my basement. It's a lot of money, Tim.
A lot of foils?
A lot of foils, kiteboards, surfboards, got it all.
The wing?
The wing, yeah. We got to get you winging.
I want a wing.
Get you down to Buzzards Bay, teach ya.
I like the shark repellent decal there. They'll
You
never
know-
confuse you for a shark.
Exactly, that's why they designed it. From New Zealand.
Paddle out because you need 3 feet of water. ride. Well, once you catch a wave, how long you can stay up. He's going back out. Nice. Oh, that's beautiful. Cool. He went back out.
A month or so.
Hey.
When the wave. I
Tim.
said it's been pretty good surfing down here the last couple of days, huh?
Well, I don't know. Yesterday, 6-7 feet. I'm not trying for that. So today, 3-4 feet. I'm all over that.
Okay, no, I know.
It was fun.
No, it's a little more. A couple of days before, it was just like shot like one after the other. This is a little bit more, you know. Actually, it was like good in the morning, then it got drizzly in the afternoon. But there was people out here at like 6 o'clock last night.
This is my neighbor, Laura.
Oh yeah.
Every day.
The water doesn't feel bad. I thought it was gonna be it was cool the other day, but it actually feels good for the tide coming in.
Yeah, onshore wind.
Yeah.
Dog throws the ball back. Beautiful. Thank you. Dog will play with anybody. Love that. And then throws it back to mom. It's so cool. Hey. Success! That last ride right into that lighthouse over there?
Not my best, but yeah, it's. You were moving pretty good. It looked like you had some speed to it.
Yeah, it's got some speed. It's just it's tough. There's not a lot of runway as soon as you get down the wave.
Yeah,
it just gets so shallow. That's why
it washes out on you.
You turned around and kind of went out. How did you do that?
So you just pump off the back. Like if this was breaking like it was earlier, you can pump off, connect the swell before it even breaks, just when it's just like rolling, and just keep going.
You can turn around, go back out.
Oh yeah.
And come back in again?
Oh yeah.
What a game.
2 for 1s, 3 for 1s. It's a cardio workout though. Like.
So what are you kind of like just pumping the board?
Exactly.
You're pumping the board.
Yep, you're just pumping the board.
Pumping the board.
Okay.
Exactly.
So
it's
you're,
like
you're
doing,
like a fish. You're like a fish.
It's like doing squats.
Oh, gotcha.
You're creating the motion or the.
Exactly.
Those are your fins.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this backlight. Look at that. Look like a superhero right now. And your mom's on the beach.
Yeah.
That's
She's
so
having
cool.
fun. Oh
That's
yeah,
so
yeah.
great.
No, all afternoon it
Hero.
was like beautiful blue and there's this little bit of like high overcast came
That's the
in.
northern edge of Helene.
Yeah, oh yeah. Okay.
And there's a little sundog up there, a little rainbow refraction of the sunlight off the ice crystals up there on the right.
Well, I didn't know that was coming all the way up here. I thought it was going to be like down in the Carolinas for like a day or two.
It may actually try and come right over us Tuesday night and Wednesday.
Oh, yeah,
really?
Not till over. Yeah.
It's a battle zone between those clouds up there, that plane coming in from Canada, and the tropical cyclone stalling to our south, blocking the atmosphere. sky and the jet stream extraordinary right now. The sundogs and the halo phenomena, all the condensation trails, the patterns, the zigs, the zags. Look at all the gulls up there. That's enough and more for today. All right, that's good for today. How about a time lapse of the whole day with the clouds receding in the morning, coming back in the afternoon. This mystery of Helene will be played out on X and everywhere else over the next several days. Usually when there's clouds over the ocean, there are waves at the beach for surfing. Great surf weather weekend.